Welcome to another GiveSI Nonprofit Spotlight. I'm Mark Kiesling, and these three gentlemen with me are from the Southern Illinois Fellowship of Christian Athletes organization, a group that's near and dear to my heart because, like these two gentlemen, I also served as an area rep at one time. Brian Lahr is the area director for SIFCA.
Yep.
So, Brian, tell me a little bit about your organization and what it does in Southern Illinois.
Yep. So we cover the lower 18 counties in Southern Illinois. It's around 425,000 people. And the biggest thing we do, our mission is to bring every coach and athlete into a growing relationship with Jesus Christ and his church. So we do our best to get into a lot of schools, but people think of only FCA in that way a lot of times. And really, we're also wanting to get into a lot of travel organizations and just anywhere that there's sport.
Okay, and introduce the two guys with you today.
Yep, so this is Britt Fullerton. He's been on staff a couple of years longer than me even. And Britt, well, I'll let him introduce himself.
Yeah, sounds good.
So I'm Britt Fullerton. I've been on staff with Fellowship of Christian Athletes for 5 years now. Starting in November 1st was the 5th year. I cover Marion, Jefferson, and Washington counties in Southern Illinois.
All right.
And my name is Austin Dixon. I'm with FCA as well, and I serve in Williamson and Saline County. And I've been on staff for about 3 years now, so as an area rep.
All right. So I know Fellowship of Christian Athletes talks about the influence of coaches and athletes in the community. So how do you use that influence then to do your ministry with students?
Yeah. A lot of people would think of FCA as, oh, we're wanting to go out and we do want to evangelize and bring new, people into a relationship with Jesus. But a lot of times it's finding those coaches, right, guys, who have faith and aren't sure how to share it in some ways, and our society can be confusing.
And I would even say that even just giving our students a platform to use. So many of our students are looking to how they can share their faith on the court, off the court, and really what we do is we give them a platform where they can do that. And you see the ones that really, really have that desire, really have that, are on fire for God. They take it and they run with it. And in 5 years of doing ministry, that is probably the most rewarding thing I've ever seen in my life. And I mean, it's just getting to sit back and let them go and take the ministry and run with it. And, we still there, encouraging and uplifting and all those other things, but really just passing on the ministry to the next person, whether it be a coach, whether it be an athlete, and then they take it and run with it. And, that way, that's how our ministry grows.
And on the school campuses, a lot of this is, if not most of it, is student-led, student-initiated, right, Austin?
Yeah, absolutely. That's the goal and all that we have the E3 model, engage, equip, and empower. And we go in there, engage the students, we equip them to the tools that they need to lead, and then we empower the students to lead that while they're in the schools. And that's the most rewarding and satisfying thing of this ministry, I think, is we can go out there and speak all day long. That's awesome. It's great. But whenever you have those students leading who have been engaged, equipped, and empowered, leading other students inside the school walls, that's the win for us, because that's the biggest thing that we do is we serve. We're going to serve them, serve the coaches, serve the athletes, but when we empower them to go tell others about Jesus inside the school walls, being student-led, it's incredible to see.
Yeah, I know there was a time when FCA was basically kids going to camps in the summertime, but that model has changed drastically since those days. And I know then it was primarily on campus, but now you have so many travel teams in all these different sports. So how is FCA trying to impact these travel teams as well?
I mean, it's definitely using a discipleship model rather than, like we said, just to evangelize. And the more we can connect, like fully, with coaches who may be in contact with athletes 365 days a year, where that's not necessarily something we can do.
Right.
But if they are, and the impact they can have, as Billy Graham said, what was the quote, that a coach can impact more people in a year than most people can in a lifetime.
Yeah.
And that's absolutely true. And all of us, can see that on a daily, weekly, and monthly basis. So
Yeah, and you're also doing some camps throughout the year for athletes and leadership camps?
Yes. So this past summer, we held, between the three of us, hosting 7 different camps in Southern Illinois. And the plan this coming 2026 summer would be 8 right now. And I was even talking with a facility the other day about maybe hosting a powerlifting camp and just getting into different niches. But in all of these, the goal is to bring high school and college age students being, like we said, the disciple makers for the younger kids. And it's such a good model. And we're seeing things, I know, for both these guys in their areas and all the other counties in Southern Illinois. We've even hired a young man, Eli Shane Backler, to be the camp director, if you will, and I'll come alongside him this coming year for sure. But he helped a little bit with that last year, and he's on staff now part-time just because we have so many events and camps coming up.
And then you have local coaches and college athletes that come and donate their time to be a part of these camps as well, correct?
Yeah. I mean, and honestly, when the coaches specifically come to camp, like, they don't, like, there's no like guidelines of what they can and can't say. Like, it's free reign. Like, they can pray with their students. They can use use scripture throughout their drills and stuff like that. Like, I hosted my first FCA camp at Kaskaskia College this year, and I had a volleyball coach who was very detail oriented with it, but every single drill that they did, she had a verse that went alongside it, and they were sitting there speaking through it while they were doing the drill. It was remarkable, but just really giving the coaches that opportunity where, they can talk about their spiritual walk with the students that they come and they get involved with in camp. And it's truly remarkable.
And so if people are giving to Southern Illinois FCA through the GiveSI campaign, how will that money help the organization, programs,
Yep. We were talking about this earlier because specifically we have so many different niches of things that we do need funding for, because FCA is a 100% donor-funded ministry. So all of it comes from donors, whether we have people who give monthly, yearly, and then just one-time gifts. But for this specifically, like, we have a huge need with our camps, actually, depending on the number of students. But if we average about 100 campers, for the cost of Bibles, T-shirts, which FCA actually requires us. It's a good thing for kids to get a T-shirt, definitely a Bible, but there's also some meals included. And just depending on how many of those are donated, we're looking at around $3,500 for a 2 to 3 day camp. So,
and you're hoping for 8 of those.
Yeah. So you start adding up $3,500 times 8, you're getting into over $20,000 pretty quickly. So anything we can get from something like this is just a huge blessing and a huge bonus. And again, the Lord's going to provide. Like, we've all seen this happen, like, time and time again. Even this week, I've seen crazy things. But
awesome.
But having these opportunities with people like you, and by the way, you can always still come on staff.
Thank you. You would take me back?
Absolutely.
So, all right, Austin, Britt, Brian, I thank you for being here with us. And if you want to find out more about how to donate to Southern Illinois Fellowship of Christian Athletes or any of the other great organizations around Southern Illinois, go to GiveSI.org. You can go there right now and start giving. And remember, GiveSI, for good forever for Southern Illinois.
GiveSI is made possible by Oasis. We More Better. Video services provided by ManVoice. Additional funding for GiveSI is made possible by these sponsors.